press it. There you go.
We're on! Hello everyone, thanks for joining us for another episode of Welcome to Nerdatory. Halloween! It came late this year. As you can see, I am in costume. I am not Georgie at the moment, I am Bubble from Absolutely Fabulous. And as always with me is Stacey, who is also in costume. Hiya Stacey!
Hi. Although I'm currently not Stacey, I am Daria, but I will be Stacey as soon as I rip off this wig because it is driving me quite crazy because it's so itchy. It's way too itchy. And these glasses are so lefty.
They're just shining. Well, yeah, apologies.
Oh, sorry, go ahead. I'm already changing.
Apologies for not having... Get them glasses sorted. That's better. No, apologies for not having an episode up earlier on, but I was having problems with my internet. But I got it fixed by a very nice magic man on Friday, and everything's working a-okay. And also, apologies for any speech impediment that you may hear from me, but I have actually had braces fitted, so I'm rather spitty, I'm rather slavery, and I've got a really chronic lisp. So, but anyway, we'll press on. We'll carry on. Bear with it. I'm bearing with it. It's all good. Stacey's been to the film. What's that thing this week? What was it? Nightcrawler with Jake Gyllenhaal?
Yeah, I saw it the Thursday premiere because now they do midnight premieres at not midnight, which I could get completely behind that on a Thursday night. And we watched it, I think, at 8. And there's 10 people in the theater with us, and they were all adults. I was the loudest one there, and of course I was only loud during the previews, like making inappropriate jokes or what have you. But whispering, I was a terrible whisperer. But it was really good. He is so creepy the whole time. I was just, ew. He was a creepy man, and he played it very well. And I give it 4.5 out of 5 chocolates. And that's very chocolatey. That's like Belgian chocolate, milkiness, delicious.
Was that like a chocolate cake with like a chocolate cream filling and then chocolate ganache on the top? It's just a load of fucking chocolate.
Exactly. My main problem with it was that the ending just kind of, it was like, here we go, the movie's over. I don't know how to explain it without spoiling anything, and I really want you to see it, so I'll keep it to myself. But the ending just kind of lacked what the rest of the movie had. And it wasn't creepiness, because it was so creepy.
In fact, because you're on about spoilers, because I made this a little sign, because a lot of people might not actually be aware that we don't really give a shit about spoilers, but a lot of people do. So I made a sign. Spoiler alert! So this will probably be coming out. My little thing. Yes.
No.
There you go. But yeah, I do like Jake Gyllenhaal as an actor. I think he is a fabulous actor, and he obviously comes from an acting family as well. So it's kind of like ingrained in him, I think. But yeah, it's like, well, what is it? Thingy Face, Taylor Swift, because she used to go out with Jake Gyllenhaal, and they broke up.
Hasn't she gone out with him?
Who does that? It's Jake Gyllenhaal, for God's sake.
Maybe he got creepy out of him. If he goes less Bubble Boy and more whatever his character's name was, a Nightcrawler, I would have been like, I gotta go, bye. I'm moving to Alaska.
Didn't he have like the greasy hair in it, like
slicked back? Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And the sunken in eyes. Good makeup job.
Oh. but you give it a very good, very extra chocolatey rating.
Yes, very good. Very diabetic.
Very good.
Should we move on to a movie we both really want to see?
Yes. Earlier on this week, I like to say gifted, because after watching it, it was a film that I just thought, oh my god, I can't wait until this comes out. And it's due out next year. But it's the third sort of big film coming from Neil Blomkamp, the South African director who did District 9, and he also did Elysium as well. The trailer was for a film he's doing called Chappie. And, I sent you the link to the trailer, didn't I, Stacey? You're all kind of having sort of flashbacks of the 80s and the Short Circuit films with Johnny Five. You'll think, oh my god, it's going to be so sad. I can tell from the trailer. It's like...
No, Sam. I'm really excited. It looks really good, and he's like a little bunny robot, and he's learning, and people love and care for him. And that little blonde girl looked like some art cover for Antwood or whatever that band is. I don't know. I just seen them.
Oh, the Antwoord.
Yeah, because of that straight shade thing right up.
Yeah. It's Yolandi and Ninja from, they're a South African sort of rap group called Die Antwoord. Very, very obscure sort of group with all the mad music videos. I can't really quite decide if I like their music or not, but I am interested to see how they get on acting in this film. Who else is in it? Dev Patel, who was in Slumdog Millionaire. Hugh Jackman's in it as well.
Oh, yeah, it looks like he's going to play the bad guy, which is interesting. He has it in him. He seems like he could be like a really big dick. Like, when he has his accent for once. He's not Logan.
And mullet type thing that he seems to be rocking in it. But it's Neil Blomkamp's like Bezzy mate sort of go-to actor who is playing, well, can't really say playing the role of Chappie because, well, obviously he's a robot and stuff, so it's all motion capture and some voice capture. Shalto Copley, he was in obviously District 9. He was also in Elysium as well. But he's the guy who's playing Christian in Powers. The guy who's like, they took my fucking powers. That's him.
Oh, that's him. Okay, at first I didn't know he was the guy that punches the window and the girl's out, the door's open.
That's the guy. Shalto Copley, yeah. And I think he's a fabulous actor, so it'd be nice to see how he is gonna like almost portray this robot, artificial intelligence, I suppose that's the correct terminology. How his movements, because I suppose it'll come back to the whole motion capture thing, like what they're doing in video games.
With all those
obviously
balls
that's
on your body.
Oh yeah, and they have to be quite flamboyant in their movement and stuff because sometimes it doesn't quite translate as well. Just a little thing like that. They kind of have to be really over the top with it just so it comes back on screen as it should. So it's gonna be fun. But the main thing is the fact that Chappie. I hope he doesn't die. Well, it'd be totally like Short Circuit all over again. Like 5 years old watching that film. It's gonna make me a right mess.
I'm so upset. He's just so cute, and he's learning things, and I want to hang out with him, and then put a TV on his head and reenact Fully Cooley, and then take it off because he has those cute bunny ears, and I want to enjoy them.
But it was I think this is like a continuation of a short film that Blomkamp did a few years back. Tetraval, I think it was. It was just a short film, and there were police robots in it. And you can see that he has just taken the design of these police robots from a short film and obviously brought it over into Chappie. But everybody knows I'm a huge anime and manga fan, and everybody after watching the trailer was just basically saying it's Briareos from Appleseed. Yeah, you can see the resemblance, the sort of the big head and the bunny ears. And Blomkamp did actually say that yes, you will be seeing a lot of reference in it to Briareos, basically the actual physical way that the robots are with the bunny ears and stuff. But it also made me think as well, and I got really excited over it. But if there is anybody in this world who I would love to either direct like a Ghost in the Shell live action or even an Appleseed live action, then it's Neil Blomkamp. Totally, just flat out, him, he has to do it. Nobody else is going to be, you know, up to the challenge. That man, he should do it. And I will be very sorely displeased if anybody doesn't listen to what I have to say, because I fucking mean it. But I'm waffling now, so I think we should go on to the next piece of news. But stay tuned for it, because we definitely will.
Yes, because we are obviously very excited to see this and very desperately don't want him to get hurt.
No.
And speaking of movies that could possibly make you cry, they're making a sequel. They're making Toy Story 4. And yeah, it's going to pick up where the third one left off, so with that little girl that kept them all. I just don't know how to feel, especially since they're saying that they're not making it for the sake of money, they're making it because they have a story that they want to tell and they're passionate about it. But I mean, they make a lot of money from these movies, so who knows where the truth line lies. And I don't know how to, like, it's just going to be regurgitation of either Toy Story 2, because it obviously can't be a regurgitation of Toy Story 3. The little girl grows up already, going to college.
I mean, I think they really should have left it at 3. It took a long time for me to actually, and it sounds really pathetic when I say this, but it took a long time for me to actually work up the courage to watch Toy Story 3, because I was thinking, oh my god, it's like the end of an era or something, you know. Grew up with the Toy Story films, and Toy Story 2 damn near killed me. And with Jessie and stuff, I thought, oh, that was so sad.
Oh,
I was in bed.
I forgot about that song.
Yeah.
The little girl that threw her away.
Welling up just thinking about it. But Toy Story 3, I didn't go to the cinema, I didn't download it, I didn't buy it or anything. I actually watched it on a flight back from France, I can't fucking say it, the city. Fat Sam's Disco, Fran Sam fucking what that place is called. Yeah, I watched it on a flight back from there on a red-eye flight, and I was in bits, and everybody who was still awake on this plane was just looking at me like, the fuck is her problem? Because I was slumped back in my seat going, oh my god, it's so sad. I just thought they'd have honestly left it at 3, but Toy Story 4, yeah, like you said, where are they going to go with that? They said they've got a story, so what's the dealio?
Yeah, I don't know. And for Toy Story 3, I was the complete opposite of you. I went to the midnight premiere of that movie, and I fought back those tears, and I didn't cry when they were about to burn. I was like, no, I can't do this. I was like, do the whole wide eye thing, wait for my eyes to dry out, and then the moisture will just reabsorb.
It kind of wells up just down here, and you're like, don't go any further, do not stream down my cheeks and your bottom lip, and you got a lump in your throat.
You just tell yourself, be cool, it's okay. Yeah, I don't know.
Cinema's surrounded by people.
Yeah, so it's very full. I don't know.
I might have to take my hat off. Oh, heck. Oh, check them roots out.
I'm the same way.
Better. Oh, terrible moment. I think, will you go and see it when it comes out, or are you not bothered? Could you wait for it? Is it going to be one of those, you know, like I said, try and avoid it in case something really sad happens again and you end up making a complete fool of yourself striking in a cinema?
I don't think I'd watch it at the movies, especially, well, I guess I'd have to see the trailer for it, but I just don't feel as excited as I was for Toy Story 3, because you could see where that storyline's going, but with the little girl, it's just feels like a complete reboot of it, and I'm not too fond of that feeling.
No, I don't think I would be either. I generally think they should have maybe left it at 3, because obviously, you know, I mean, the likes of us, we were quite young when the first one come out, and obviously Andy in it was young as well, and it's almost like we've kind of grown up with Andy, because obviously in Toy Story 3 he went to college, and we were all at that age where we were either in college, and you know, it's almost like sort of nostalgic in a sort of sense, and they probably should have left it at 3, but nah, I probably wouldn't go to the cinema and see it either. Maybe wait till it comes out on like DVD or Blu-ray release or something like that. But nah, what the hell?
Yeah, I think I'll do the same thing unless it's ridiculously rated very well and something, and then I'll just wait till it's like $1 at the cinema or something. Go see it then. Cry alone in there.
Hopefully, so some of the parents and stuff haven't taken a load of screaming kids with them when you go see it. I know how you feel about that instant.
I just think teenagers are worse than the screaming kids, because at least the parents might try to sneak them out or suffocate them in their bosom. Fingers crossed. Choke them. They can breathe. It's just flesh on flesh. I don't know.
Oh dear, nah. I suppose we have the. Oh, I'll go on to it because it kind of made me laugh, and another one that brought back a bit of nostalgia for me, because I used to watch the reruns of it when I was a kid, and I thought it was hilarious. But they are making the $6 billion Man film with Mark Wahlberg. And that should be quite funny, because obviously it was $6 Million Man back. It was in the late 70s or something. Yeah, it's late 70s. It was a $6 Million Man. So inflation over about 2 decades or whatever, it's brought him up to $6 billion. And yeah, I used to watch the show when I was a kid, reruns on telly, and it was just hilarious. The intro is worth its weight in gold for the telly series.
How were you saying it?
So again,
how did you say it went about like, oh, I completely forgot because I never watched that show and where you were going over it.
So, well,
funny.
The intro starts with I forget his name. It was Lee Majors that played him. I can't remember at the moment. It's just completely thrown me. But yeah, the $6 Million Man was an astronaut, and he was in some sort of flight thing, had this massive crash, got brought into hospital, and they're like, we have the technology, we can rebuild him, and this like your typical sort of 70s erratic violin and bongo music. So it's all and everything. It's so bad. And they give him a bionic arm, a bionic eye, because there's bits that's missing, so they put them back on, and a bit more expensive, obviously. And it's just pure cheese. I love it.
Oh, that sounds so great. So is it called the $6 Million Man because his parts are worth that much?
Yeah, the $6 Million Man. They just basically pummel all this money and technology into him, and it's just making me think of the action figure that they brought out of it, because his bionic arm was like a karate chop action or something, and I think you could press a button on his back that made it shoot off. And with his bionic eye, he had this little viewfinder in the back of his head, and he could look through it, and it turned everything red.
I feel like if he shot off his arm, he'd be like the $2.5 million man. He would just decrease in value.
Well, it's how do you feel about Mark Wahlberg though, generally as an actor? I don't think I can make my mind up about him. I think he suits more comedic roles.
I jumped on the hate Mark Wahlberg boat after I found out about the whole wagon. That one's a good one. After I found out about the whole Nathan Drake thing, because he's not right for Nathan Drake, and I just felt this anger towards him, even though it has nothing to do with him. But as an actor, yeah, he's always in either these ridiculous, over-the-top, typical action movies, or some type of comedy role. And I could only think of
Yeah.
the one with Will Ferrell, which I didn't even watch. I don't know. And I've been seeing a lot of his brother, Donnie Wahlberg, because I've been watching the Saw movies. I'm always like, oh, come
Yeah.
on. Mark Wahlberg's brother, no. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not too fond of him. I liked him in Shooter, but he was kind of funny in it too.
Honestly, the only thing that I can quite clearly remember him in was Ted. But then I sat through that film and that was just basically a film-length version of Peter Griffin's voice in a fucking teddy bear. So I was, you know how I feel about Seth MacFarlane, but we'll leave that. We'll leave that.
Did you ever watch Fear?
No.
It's
no,
with
I didn't watch it.
Renee, not Zellweger, not the one with the new face. Reese Witherspoon and Mark Wahlberg.
The one with the new face. Oh shit! I went to the face shop and I bought a new face. I'm Renee Zellweger and I've got the fucking money. New face, bitch.
It's her. I feel like somebody kidnapped her, and they're saying that they're Renee Zellweger, and she's like, she needs help somewhere. Her identity has been taken. This is a new identity theft fraud level.
This is the new Renee Zellweger. We can rebuild her.
Is she gonna be more expensive or less expensive? How much is Rita Jones worth?
Employer at the moment.
Oh, God.
Oh, how bad are we?
Oh, but in Fear, Mark Wahlberg has those like 90s-esque male crop tops, and it's just so funny. And he has like the cut-off shoulders of some sweaters, and he just looks so skanky.
Well, is it like he should have like a pack of Marlboro Lights or something just rolled up in his sleeve? Few teeth missing.
He's skanky. Yeah, that's what his character was basically. Only a lot more aggressive and angry and touchy-feely and rapey.
Ew. Ew.
Oh, should we move on?
Yeah, I think we should move on.
Oh, another bit of exciting news that we're being completely sarcastic about is that Jared Leto and this one woman who I forgot her name, Cara, you know how to say her last name, I don't.
Cara Delevingne.
Yeah, that they might be in the Suicide Squad movie making? Suicide Squad movie? End of sentence. Yeah, it's nothing for sure, so hopefully they won't be in it. Because I don't like that sound. I don't like the sound of it, especially that girl with eyebrows.
Yeah, the eyebrow creature. I've never really seen her, as apparently she does acting and she does singing as well, but that means fuck all in this world.
Unless Fish Mooney picks you up, then it means a lot.
Oh yeah, totally. It's like Jared Leto, I can understand. He is a fabulous actor. What was I talking to you about? Lord of War with that man, Nicolas Cage. I thought he was really good in that, but as soon as I read that article that said, oh, Jared Leto may actually be the new Joker in the Suicide Squad film, I thought, so that basically means that the Joker's going to die, because Jared Leto dies in every single fucking film that he's in. He died in Panic Room. He was near enough dead in Requiem for a Dream. I mean, he actually
Panic Room?
Yeah, he was in
about
Panic Room.
Requiem for a Dream.
That's like the film that you only ever need to see once, and you don't need to see it again because it's quite harrowing. So
Requiem for a Dream.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, I've seen it once, and that was enough for me.
Yeah. What else? Fight Club. He gets the shit beat out of him because it was just too beautiful, you know.
Oh yeah, what they call him in that angel face. That's it. I'm quite a fan of Jared Leto. If you haven't figured it out, I know.
I can't even think of anything else. He used to came on that show, My So-Called Life, but he had that typical teenage boy, too cool, mysterious.
Jordan Calano. I like that. I like that. He was in Dallas Buyers Club with Matthew McConaughey.
Hey.
Yeah. But he is a fabulous actor, but I really don't see him as the Joker. Really, they'd have to do something marvelous with like makeup or whatever, just for me to see it. And it was like while Heath Ledger did play the Joker really well, the sort of more sinister, nastier side of the Joker, I think it would be a lot better to see a lot more funny ha-ha Joker. That's how I know the Joker, like funny ha-ha, but really fucked in the head at the same time. That's what I want to see. But Cara Delevingne as Harley, no, not happening.
Not even like that idea.
No.
At this point, I kind of feel like Jake Gyllenhaal should just play the Joker, because I know he could do psychotically creepy and just like crazy laughing at his food character. Even though that laughing at his food was him just enjoying his meal and laughing. But I love those pictures. Those pictures are so good. Yeah, but I don't know. I kind of feel like they should go with a no name for Harley Quinn, because it's just weird.
Yeah.
Especially that girl. It's her eyebrows, and just I've never seen her in anything, so I don't even know what her
she's a fashion model. That's it. She gets paid money to basically be a clothes horse that walks up and down a catwalk for fucking Dolce & Gabbana, Gucci, and all that bollocks.
I'm pretty sure that fashion horses trot. Wait, no, clothes horses. That's what you said.
Check me out. Nah. What did I mention? What did I mention? Troy Baker, actually, because he is an actor. He is not just a voice actor. He is a real, in the flesh actor himself. I could totally see him being the Joker for realsies. If you got rid of that sort of casual stubble that he's got, because we already know that he can take off Mark Hamill as the Joker to a T, near impeccable. He can sound like Mark Hamill as the Joker, like in Arkham Origins. And he's tall enough, he's skinny enough, he has the sort of drawn out little kind of face, even though I think he's ridiculously handsome. He could pull that off. He could fucking pull that off. That is what I want to see. No Cara Delevingne, or whatever her fucking eyebrow face is called. But yeah, like you said, an unknown for Harley Quinn.
Hold on, an unknown for Harley Quinn or Jared Leto for Harley Quinn. I'd rather see if it's Harley Quinn than Joker. I mean, I think he can pull it off.
Well, he played in Dallas Buyers Club, a transgender sort of character. I forget. I watched that film once. I don't think I was really conscious when I watched it. So, but yeah, totally Jared Leto over eyebrow creature.
And I feel like he would definitely peg down that prissiness.
Totally. But we'll have to wait and see on this one, won't we? Just to see what happens, because these are rumours at the moment. So fingers fucking crossed that nothing is actually going to come out of these rumours. Because I think, in my opinion, we do have our own personal views on, who would be perfect to play such and such. And I don't think these ones are particularly fanning the flames of our desire. Or I'll just shut my mouth right now. You know what I mean.
I would rather have Jake Gyllenhaal, whatever his name is, or Troy Baker, especially since Troy Baker has that kind of like long face. Like not ridiculously long, but long enough to where it'd be a believable Joker, especially
not Sarah Jessica Parker long.
No, he's not a clothes horse or a voice horse.
I do actually think that Troy Baker is a handsome bastard, so yeah, thumbs up for him.
which partially be
He's not
ashamed to
supposed
cover
to.
that up with makeup.
Oh, fuck. Anyway, I think we better move on for this. What else did we have this week? News of a crossover between Attack on Titan and Spider-Man, which is a bit of a peculiar one. That's going to be out in Japan soon. Manga, isn't it?
Yeah, that's weird. I mean, if they existed in that realm, wouldn't they have already tried to take down all the Titans? I don't know. I feel like I need a lot of backstory, and it's just gonna be weird having Spider-Man there with all these like German people inside this walled-up community. And what's Spider-Man doing there? That's weird. Get out of here. No, I really love Attack on Titan, and I don't love Spider-Man. I can admit that.
It just has the sort of aroma of somebody at Marvel going onto fanfiction.net and finding some fucking crossover fanfiction and going, "Ooh, we'll do that."
This is actually pretty good. Oh my god! So whoever wrote that fanfic is gonna be pretty pissed off that they didn't get accredited.
Yeah, they've either got a lot of money and kept hush-hush about it, or it has just been stolen by some douche waffle at Marvel and just gone, ooh, yes, that is quite a good idea. We can make some money off that set of fans and this set of fans. We'll mash them up together and make a complete mess. And it's going to be out in Japan soon, so I don't know. Well, everybody knows I'm not a massive Marvel fan. I have my moments though, and Attack on Titan I sat and watched the anime, and I was kind of, all the way through it. Beautifully animated, I think, but I think it just didn't enthrall me for some reason. So I wonder how it is going to turn out between this really mad fanfiction style crossover. Jesus Christ, man.
That's weird. I hope they just make it like this weird paradox world type thing, and they don't take it seriously, because I'm not gonna take that. No, stop it. Don't do that. No. Keep it on like the blog sites, okay? That's just weird. Why are they doing that? Take it back.
Honestly, I think it goes through their heads sometimes. Really. What the fuck are you thinking? Oh.
Don't do that. No. Okay, should we move on? Well, Twitch announced at some point, I forgot when you sent me this link, that their new terms include not having any sexually suggestive clothing, and you can get banned if you're a guy and you're shirtless, or if you're a girl in like a bathing suit, or I don't know. This doesn't really affect me or Georgie. I mean, we have clothes on when we stream, yeah. So I don't know, but
we have clothes on when we stream on Twitch. It's like, yeah, we're fully clothed. I'm usually sort of lying face down on a settee, or sort of buried under a cushion or a sleeping bag or something. So completely does not apply to either of us, does it?
I mean, most of the time I don't even have the camera on, because I'm already in PJs, and it's just all like, I'm not gonna bother with that. I'll hopefully say something funny, and whoever's watching it will be like, okay, this is worth it.
Well, I suppose it does kind of cover like a whole equality kind of thing. So if it is blokes just, sat in their boxers scratching their balls on Twitch. Right, so they are just like picking their junk like men tend to do, and then you've got the women who would just probably be sat there, I don't know, in some ungodly looking piece of crap that they got from Victoria's Secret, just go, oh my god, I'm like such a gamer, check me out.
I seen one of those on YouTube. This girl, she had a tiny camo bikini top, and she was playing Call of Duty. She was like, yeah, let's go to the next level, guys. And I just couldn't believe that Call of Duty had these levels and everything what she was talking about. It's just pretty ridiculous. I mean, kudos to her for matching her, I guess, outfit with what she was playing. You know, she had the little army hat too. She was going all for it.
Oh my god. Yeah, oh god, it's kind of cringy that. Oh my god, I'm like such a nerd. Well, shut your face. Oh, I'll shoot you in it. Oh my god. At least they are kind of saying, you know, the less clothing that you're wearing on Twitch, regardless of your gender, you're gonna get your ass kicked either way. So yeah, whatever. It doesn't apply to us.
You know, it is pretty cool for the people that mainly do it for the, I hate to say this, but for the attention and don't really try to play the games or do it out of enjoyment. They're just all like, hi, I'm a girl, I'm playing games, look at what I'm not wearing. So it'll cut down to that. I mean, if you still want to keep playing them, just throw a shirt on and then continue, and no big deal.
Yeah, throw a shirt on, get in a fucking snuggie or whatever.
I think that's funny. I wonder if there's guys that they're like, oh man, I really like playing shirtless. This ruins it.
I don't know. Whatever. Totally doesn't apply to us, but...
No.
But yeah. Well, it leads us on nicely to actually talking about some stuff that we've been playing this week. I've completely just put Alien Isolation and The Evil Within on the back burner because they're doing my fucking head in. So I mentioned it earlier on, I've gone back to playing Arkham Origins, which is, even though it's not by Rocksteady Studios, as soon as you sort of not care that it's not by Rocksteady Studios, it's actually quite a good game. And everyone's like, oh, it's absolutely nothing like the first two. I was like, well, obviously not, because it's by a different studio. It was by the Warner Brothers Montreal studio. Soon as you forget and not give a shit that it's not by Rocksteady, it's a good game, and I'm playing it through again. And I'm waiting to get to the bit with Bane, because I have a huge Bane boner. So, but that's what I've been playing this week. What have you been playing this week, Stacey?
A lot of nothing. But I started Shadow of the... no, not Shadow of the Colossus. Shadow of Mordor, I think that's what it's called. I played, I think, the first 20 minutes because I got my the Sony headset thingy, and I wanted to test it out, and it's so amazing. But the game's it's really beautiful looking, and it was really fun, and I didn't even play the tutorial gameplay of it, so I can't really tell you more than that. But it looks nice. Oh, and my boyfriend and I, last night we played the Don't Starve beta co-op, and that... We accidentally played for 3 to 4 hours, so that's how good it is.
I like Don't Starve. It's a really, really fun little game.
It's just such a good time, like Sims.
Yeah. I thought it was really fun. In fact, I might actually go back to that at some point. So, I'll get to my Bane bit. So again?
Do you have that? Do you have it on the PlayStation?
Yeah. I think it was in one of the free games or something. You could download the first Don't Starve, so did that. Oh, it was good. The first Don't Starve, and it was one of the free games or something. So got that downloaded. It was like Outlast as well. I managed to bag that for nothing. And that was brilliant because my thankfully now ex-boyfriend started playing Outlast when I downloaded it, and it absolutely shit him up, and I was elated. So I know I am a cruel bitch.
Well, if we get a downvote this episode, we know who did it.
You could suck my balls either way, but whatever. I forget what's coming out soon as well. We've got Far Cry 4 coming out. Is it November the 17th?
Oh, and you said that they went gold?
Yeah, it went gold. That's what Ubisoft announced a little while ago. Sales for Far Cry 4, well, pre-orders, gone gold already. So, yeah, I've got my pre-order in for it, and it's one of the ones that comes with the statues. It's pagan minimum on the statues, so very happy I'll be getting that soon. And can't really remember what else is coming out. It's a bit quiet over the next couple of months for big releases anyway. So Far Cry 4 is one of them. Yeah, normally there's well, it's a given, obviously, that Call of Duty games come around November, like clockwork, every fucking year, November, for Call of Duty games, which I avoid like the plague. Do you play Call of Duty at all, Stacey?
Oh, no. I mean, I tried one time, and I kept spawning and getting killed right away, and it was just too frustrating. And I tried doing the story mode of it, and you can't even really count that as a story, because it was like, hey, go to this area, shoot those people. Okay, good. Go to this area, shoot those people. Okay, good. Go to this area, shoot those people. There's just, it's not, I was not captivated at all. I just couldn't.
I mean, I've never really played online, like Call of Duty and stuff, because my tolerance of 13-year-old boys screaming down the microphone telling you to go in the kitchen and make them a sandwich is just not high at all, so I just don't do it. But like the campaigns and stuff, you know, play them through, and never really been too, yeah, like you said, really engrossed in them. There was only one chapter level, if you want to call it that I did enjoy, and it's only because I want to go to the place and take photos and be like, fuck you, Call of Duty fucks. I think it was, oh god, was it Modern Warfare 4? And it's sort of like a flashback chapter where you end up in Pripyat sometime in the 80s. That Pripyat was the purpose-built town for Chernobyl. And obviously everybody knows 1986, that place just ended up a shit heap because yeah, I was born in 1986. I am full of radiation from Chernobyl, so check me out, I'm defective. But you can visit the place, and in this level you were going around in these ghillie suits that the snipers were, and it was a really long drawn out level, but I thought that was actually quite engrossing. And like I said, you can actually go and visit Pripyat. You can get within a few hundred yards of the reactor. I'm quite nerdy about this, Chernobyl particular, for some reason. I don't know why. But you can, you'll see it in the games and stuff. The big Ferris wheel and the mad fairground that they had, which hadn't even opened. They'd built this place and hadn't even opened it. And you get to go around it in the game, and I want to go there for real and take photos and just be like, hey! That was the only level on a Call of Duty game that I actually enjoyed. The rest of it, just nope. Nope. Nope, nope.
It'd be fun to go there. I know they've made so many movies about the whole radiation thing and mutants and zombie mutants and everything.
Yeah. Huh. No, I do. I still want to go there. I want to get another dose of radiation.
Cancel out the first one?
Well, no, I think add to it maybe. I might grow a third eye. I don't know.
Or you know, to get a superpower. Never know.
Yeah. Hey, you never know. Sorry, don't mind me just picking my brackets. Do you think we should maybe go on a TV discussion?
Yes. And
what have you been watching?
Well, where do we start? Do you want to start Gotham?
Yeah, we'll do Gotham because we're both watching it, aren't we? So.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
I'm trying to think. It's been so long since I can remember because I watched it almost like hours after it aired. So.
Oh, do you want to put up your little spoiler alert sign? Because I'm pretty sure we're just gonna very fluidly.
Spoiler alert! I have very, very strong memories of chickens in that episode.
Oh, that's right. I was thinking Supernatural with that girl that was eating the chicken hearts. Yeah, in the last episode. Okay, the episode before the last one, which we didn't get to talk about either. What's his face? Russell Crowe's getting arrested, and then the Penguin's all like, "Hi, Oswald
I'm
here."
here, I'm not dead.
Yeah, and then the second one, he's just getting. Russell Crowe is avoiding, I guess, getting confronted by the mob boss. And then Fish Mooney's trying to get her hands on Cobblepot. And then we find out that amazing revelation at the end of that episode, too.
Oh god, it's getting so good. I'm still got my mind on chickens as well because that was odd in the last episode. Falcone's little hobby seems to be chickens for some reason.
Yeah, that was really weird. Or random, at least.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember other stuff from this episode because it's been. I can't think. What did happen in the
mug.
episode? Oh yeah, the mug. God, we had a massive talk about this earlier on and all. Edward Nygma seems to actually be getting a little bit more screen time as the episodes go on. So he's just there being his slightly creepy self, just kind of standing around like, I'm with the guys.
I feel so bad for him.
He's got the mug, and there you go, it's got a question mark on it, and he's kind of stood there like, check out my mug. Yep. And he was dishing out riddles as well at the beginning of that episode to Bullock. And Bullock's like, I don't fucking care, man, get away.
Yeah, this is very exciting. I wonder if they're going to let his character develop, or if they're going to let him develop to the point where he's basically going to be the one focused on the next season. Just how it's mainly about on the Penguin right now. If it's mainly going to be about the Riddler next season, or what's going on, what's going to happen. I want to know. I want to see them all. It's really good though. It's very exciting.
Very good point. I'm with you on that one. I think you've got a very, very valid point there. Like if they are gonna like develop him, if he is slowly gonna grow into the Riddler persona, if obviously he keeps dropping his riddles and there's obvious references to question marks and stuff with his little mug. That was sweet. But would you not think that the Penguin is getting so much creepier and weirder and stabbier as every episode goes on? Oh my god!
Yeah, he is. He's a little creepy one. He has a lot of pep in his crooked step, and it's just exciting seeing him grow to that power role and how he's like just snaking around everyone. And kudos to him for having the whole like plan set out, knowing that if Jim Gordon was the one who tried to shoot him, he wouldn't kill him, and that he was gonna make his way back to Gotham. It's impressive. If I was Falcone, if that's his name, I don't remember anymore, I would have gone along with it too. I'd been like, okay, I mean, this kid.
He is such a creepy, calculating bugger, and it's making this show even more compelling to watch, just because his character is just so. I don't even know the word. He's just so enthralling, isn't he? In such the creepiest way possible. Oh.
Yeah.
And we found out. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Say that again.
I was just gonna say it's like he's always creepy no matter what. If he's just by himself, he's creepy. So you never know if he's plotting or if that's just his face.
Or if that's just him being him.
Mm-hmm.
But what I was gonna say is we found out what Fish Mooney's little hench wench is up to with Falcone, baking muffins.
And that is not a euphemism for anything.
She is actually baking muffins.
Which Victor, I forgot. Victor Zsasz cannot have any of them. He is not allowed.
Yeah. That was quite a revelation almost. Victor Zsasz, he was, I think it was like, was it the early 90s or the late 80s when he was introduced into the DC universe or something? It's quite a prolific character now, quite crazy. Also, they like hacking etching bits into his arm, how many people he's killed and stuff, and it's so poignant and what have you. But the fact that they did actually get him into this series is just, wow. Actually got some of the more obscure characters coming in as well, which I'm pretty chuffed about.
It's very exciting. I feel like they're really doing this carefully and not just like, hey, let's bring in all these main characters and just do the obvious stuff. They're going about this cautiously and very carefully. Cautiously and not carefully, but thought out. And that's what's making it, I think, really good, too. Oh, but Barbara pissed me off. Why would she go to Falcone and be like, hey, don't kill my husband, please. I know I'm supposed to be out of town, and you want to kill him, but you won't hurt me if I show up and try to plead with you, right? Because that's how things work. Oh,
that's definitely how it works. Oh, my God. Like that bit was, that's just, Barbara, shut your face. Why are you here?
Damn
you
it,
should be out
Barbara.
of town. Barbara.
Should we move on to
I
Supernatural?
my iced tea. So it's like, I'm my iced tea. Yes, finish my iced tea. I love iced tea. Was that The Flash?
What was that?
The Flash?
Oh, do you want to talk about it? I still have only seen the first episode, so it's all you.
We didn't have an episode of The Flash this week, earlier on Tuesday, and we also didn't have an episode of Supernatural, so a bit of a chat about the previous week's episode. Stacey's only just watched the first episode. I'm up to date with them. But The Flash is still definitely one of my favourites on TV at the moment. It's progressing nicely, and I'm still liking the whole narrative thing as well. But obviously, in the first episode, we had a bit of a cameo appearance from Stephen Amell, who plays Arrow in the Arrow series. In the last episode that was on, Felicity, who is in Arrow, appeared on this episode, which was kind of interesting. And she's got a bit like of this romance going with our Barry. So it'd be interesting to see, like, later on in the series and any further seasons, exactly how it is going to tie in with the Arrow and stuff. But still enjoying it. And this past episode, oh God, I keep forgetting his name. Dominic Purcell was in it, and he is the character Heatwave. I'm not too up on the Flash comics, so I can't really tell you that much about it, but I will probably do some research at some point and see what he's all about. But obviously Heatwave just basically means that he's a hot bastard. So that's all I can give you on that one. He's a hot bastard. But creepy, doctory, professory, Star Labs man who's still, I can't pin him down what he's up to. I think he's trying to protect Barry Allen, but he seems really fucking sinister in his ways of going about it. Keep forgetting his name. That's an odd one. I mean, because you mentioned it from the first episode as well, didn't you? He seems a bit weird, the wheelchair guy. Yeah.
From the previews, I thought he was going to be the bad guy, and I was really taken back when I saw that he was helping Barry, and he just seemed very optimistic in his little wheelchair. Then at the end of the episode, he stands up and he's doing all these weird things, and I was like, ha ha ha! I knew it. But it's so upfront that it's kind of hard to, like you said, it's kind of hard to know what exactly he's up to, and if he is a bad guy, or if he's very Catwoman, like I do what I want, or if he's a good guy.
If he's almost like on both sides, so I don't get it. Peculiar. But Supernatural as well.
There isn't much
Yeah,
to really
because
talk about.
not really on Supernatural, because it's gone back to business as usual, because Dean's back to normal now. Well, for the time being.
Yes, because he still has the mark of Cain. What's going to happen? Who knows? I don't.
He could turn nasty again. But I suppose it was just kind of like an episode that put you back into the swing of things. Obviously, family business. They've gone back to that hunting down stuff, killing it if it needs killing, and it just turned out to be a really weird episode with that girl who was, I forget, yeah, she was a werewolf, wasn't she? She turned her sister because her sister was in a car crash or something, yeah.
Oh, no, she was just dying, I think. No, you're right. She was in a car accident, and then she wasn't making it, and then she was like scratched or something. And then the sister was a bad person.
And she turned her, and then the younger sister went bad and actually started doing what werewolves do, which is killing people and eating their arts. Arts, as in arts, not derriere.
That would be such a different story. Oh no.
We should have gone with that one.
I'd watch Supernatural and be like, oh, I'd be very scared of werewolves.
Yeah, they come up, bite the bum.
Oh god.
I don't know. We'll just because it's the 200th episode, isn't it? That's on next Tuesday. So.
Oh, is it? I know. I saw
it's the 200th episode.
Party of it for it, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, 200th episode. So. Hopefully that should be a good one. I wasn't too mithered actually about the one that was on last week, so.
No.
Nah.
It was a lot of Lester talk too, and Lester's the guy that Sam kind of used in order to get a hold of Dean, and then Dean ended up killing him. So they're both kind of have his blood on their hands. And they're both not really communicating it well. Well, Dean's getting a little bit better, kind of. You have to pull teeth with him.
But I'm trying to remember what else happened in that episode.
I think that's about it. Just tracking, having beers.
Yeah. I think I do miss a little bit of the bromance that happened with Dean and Crowley.
Yeah, it was too short-lived, and it was so funny. Even the breakup was so beautiful.
Lonely girl. I'll leave that there. I'm not singing anymore. We'll move on though. What else have you been watching this week?
We both saw the premiere episodes of Bee and Puppy Cat.
Yeah. I heard that I watched it under your recommendation, and it's really cute. It's so cute and funny as well. I really like the voice acting in it.
Mhm. It's like a cutesier Daria, which is what I love about it. And then that puppy cat, he's so adorable.
It is really cute. I was just lying in my bed one night, couldn't really sleep, and I thought, oh, Stacey mentioned being Puppy Cat, I'll go look it up on YouTube. So, watch that episode, and oh, it's so sweet. That's all I can say. You're so sweet.
Yeah, they're really good. I like the whole cutesiness, and it's still like cutesy sci-fi-ish, and it's just extremely random. And I am not looking forward to the series ending, since I think she's only going to put out around 11 episodes. I don't remember how high the Kickstarter got. But especially if they're putting 2 out at a time, it'll be over so fast. And I'll be so sad.
It'll be over really quick then, won't it? Yeah. Oh, that's a shame. No, I'm definitely going to watch more. Definitely going to watch more. Oh, they're so sweet.
Yeah, the original 2 are so good.
The Puppy Cat's hilarious as well. He's a bit of a bugger.
Like,
knocking things over with that general angry face.
Yeah, the expressions are pretty fun with it too.
Yeah, I enjoy stuff like that. But it did make me laugh, so I am definitely gonna watch more of those. Thank you, Stacey, for recommending it.
No problem.
I got a racket at the back. This is awful. I'm sorry. I keep poking myself in the face every so often because of these bloody braces. But what else have we watched? We haven't watched anything else. Like both of us have actually watched it.
I don't think so. I think it's just Supernatural and Gotham that we've been really watching together.
Yeah. I did actually check out an episode. It was the Halloween episode of American Horror Story. Oh my God!
Wait, which
I
episode?
could not watch it. It was the Halloween episode just gone.
With the two-faced one? Oh, wait, where what?
The guy with the face and then he had a face on the back of his head.
Oh, okay, and that music was playing with the green glow, and he was, because he came out in 2 episodes. Was he barely introduced? Or was he collecting people, or looking for someone to collect?
What it was, I actually got about 10 minutes into it before I had to switch it off because there was too many clowns. I have a problem with clowns.
Yeah, there's 2 clowns.
That creepy carnival music, it was just building up. I had to put it on to something.
Nice. Well, kind of. He doesn't mean to not be nice? Yeah. That's it.
I had to turn it off after 10 minutes because the intro's like very clown heavy, so I was kind of sat cringing.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Watching it. And then yeah, when all the kids are going out trick or treating and stuff, and there's loads of clowns as well. Oh my God, I can't do it. Even with Asylum, I couldn't do that either, and I don't know why. I couldn't physically sit and watch it. There was just something about the tone of that show that did not sit well with me, and I could watch like 5 or 10 minutes and then just have to switch it off. Oh, it's so weird, and my fringe is all mental. But
you should try a Coven.
I think I will. It's the only one that I haven't actually seen anything of, so it might get 10 minutes, or I might end up watching the entire series. I don't know. It depends on how I'm feeling when I watch it. So we'll just see. It's the clown scene kind of creeping me out. Oh.
Well, there's no clowns in Covens, just witches.
Good. Witches I can handle, not clowns. I'm not very good with clowns. And the creepy carnival music. No. Oh.
Well, at least you tried it, and that's what matters.
Yeah. I had a go. I tried it. That's kind of bad. How pathetic am I? Yeah. But, did you see any of Constantine over the past couple of weeks? Or?
No. I've been watching a lot of Saw. We've watched like the 5th movie, and we got him not that long ago. We've been watching like 1 movie of Saw every night. Because I never saw like past 3, I think, and I want to see how it ends. Just because the movies are always pretty okay. Well, pretty good. They were good. Just good.
Yeah, I can't remember where I've seen up to in the Saw films. But I'll tell you something now. Constantine's actually starting to kick off a bit now, which I'm really pleased at. I mean, last week's episode was sort of a bit of filler before it got into a bit more of a faster pace. This week's episode I thought was really good, and it also made mention of various things from John Constantine's past. In this episode, spoiler alert, pull my sign up. In this episode, we get introduced to Papa Midnight, who is sort of Constantine's, I wouldn't say friend and foe, but sort of acquaintance who he seems to know, and if I remember correctly, in the Hellblazer comics there was a sort of uneasy alliance at certain points, and also he was just a downright enemy. Papa Midnight, this Jamaican voodoo guy. He makes an appearance in this episode, and round of applause for that one. And also, they were chasing after this this like old vinyl record thing, which was cursed.
You're just making it sound like that episode of Mighty Boosh now. First there's a voodoo man, and now there's a record. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, go on.
Mighty Boosh. Well, they're chasing after this vinyl record that's cursed and stuff. And some old acquaintances of John Constantine were after it as well, because one of them that he knew sold her soul to cure her husband of cancer, and this, that, and the other. And the demon who she did it with wanted this fucking record in return. Blah, blah, blah. Papa Midnight's after it as well. And then it eventually ends up with a reference, which got another round of applause as well. Basically, John Constantine saying that he was in this punk band called Mucous Membrane many, many years ago, he said. And I was just like, oh, that's brilliant. And then they started playing the Sex Pistols at some point, and it was, yeah, it just basically made this episode for me. So I am hoping that this series continues on from that and keeps giving the people what they want to hear. Because I did do a little woo when they threw in those references. So it's obviously the writers have done their bit and made it proper. So yeah, roll on next episode. Ha ha!
Yeah, I'll definitely have to catch up on Flash and Constantine. Hopefully first Constantine, since there's less episodes to catch up on. I can do that a bit quicker.
Well, that was the third episode, so yeah, it's not too bad. It's quite easy to get into. Everything's already set up. It's not like, I don't think you really need to know much of a backstory from like Hellblazer or anything. So it's not particularly a difficult thing to get caught up with, and the character of Zed as well. Much more better than Liv, who was in the pilot, and it'd be interesting to see how she gets progressed on through this series. So I definitely recommend it. Yes.
Should we move on to our discussion? Sorry, I got distracted.
A discussion. Discussion. I think this is more your domain. Horror movies, obviously, because we were supposed to be broadcasting this on Halloween. That never happened, so we're doing it now. And Stacey, if you'd like to start us off?
Yes, and I am very ill prepared. But I think, I don't know, where do we go? There's so many different types of horror movies, from the ones that actually try to scare you, like, I don't know, Paranormal Activity, for example. They're taking themselves seriously. And then there's the movies that accidentally fuck something up and they turn into something else, like Evil Dead, which is just this great ridiculous mess. And then there's movies like Tokyo Zombie that are never supposed to be really horror movies, and they're just so great. And I think that's why I like the horror genre so much, because it's just everywhere. It's all over the place. And usually when it's bad, it's still good.
I mean, like, do you have like a top 5 list of horror films or anything, or could you even list your favourite ones, or do you just generally, like, I love it, all of them?
Well, definitely Nightmare on Elm Street somewhere in that list. The Evil Dead movies, Army of Darkness, Tokyo Zombie. I'm just really everywhere. And then it's really hard, too, because you have to draw the line between thrillers and then the psychological thrillers and then just the gory mess ones. Like Goku? No, Guru? Do I still have that? I think it's it's this weird movie where it's these two mafia guys, and weird things are happening. There's this guy with the cow mask, and the brother disappears, and then there's a woman, and she says she is, well, they're not brothers, but they're mafia brothers. And then she says that she is the brother, and she discloses weird information that only the brother knew. And then she gives birth to the brother. And you see, those movies are completely weird. And it's not is it horror. I mean, it's terrifying to talk about it. Yeah. I feel like I just went on a very random rant that made zero sense to the topic.
What is that? Well, I'm just slightly confused. Is it brothers and brothers and giving birth to brothers and more brothers?
Yeah, it's really weird. And then the woman that was this woman that owned this inn, she gave everybody milk because that's what they had. But it turns out it was her own breast milk, which is very gross. Very gross. It showed.
Ew.
Yeah, she was like milking herself.
Aww.
Movie. Yeah, there's those kind of movies, and I really enjoy them too because they're so weird. Oh, and then there's like The Audition. That one's really good too.
Oh, Audition, the Japanese one with that crazy woman and the pins.
Tick or whatever she says. I said tick, not dick. I forgot what she said though. I don't even think that's it. Either one of those. She was scary.
Oh, she was well creepy. Oh, I remember that film quite well actually. Were you watching? Did you have like a Halloween movie night on Halloween?
I watched Donnie Darko and Evil Dead, and then I played a lot of Bayonetta. That's good horror.
See, I haven't seen anything Evil Dead in so long, but on Halloween I was watching Halloween. I set the '78 film because wasn't it remade a little while ago or something?
By Rob Zombie with his wife and his usual band of friends, actors.
His chums. Yeah. No, I haven't seen any like remakes or any of the like recent ones. I think the most recent one that I've seen was Halloween H2O. I did actually enjoy that one for some reason. I think that was just something that you could have on and be like, yeah, it's not bad actually. It's not great, but it's not bad. I can watch it. It's tolerable.
Yeah, I think it helped out too that Jamie Lee Curtis came out in it again, and she was the same woman, only grown up with a son that she disagreed with a lot. Just wouldn't listen to her. Frustrating.
The little bastard. It's like horror films and stuff. Yeah, it's like you said. You've got the ones that are purposely out there to scare the shit out of you. Your Paranormal Activity and what was that one that had the sequel? Not Annabelle. What was the first one? The Conjuring.
The Conjuring.
Yeah. I mean, fair enough. These films are trying to scare the shit out of you and stuff, but I am completely not fazed by things like that. Don't know why. Horror films have never been anything that when I watch them, even when I was a kid, and I'd get up in the middle of the night and I'd just go and switch the telly on. I'd be sat there watching it and I'd never get freaked out, even when I was little. So it's never been something that's really affected me, but I'll still watch them. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then is there anything that's completely freaked you out to the point of, oh my god, I'm not going to sleep tonight?
Oh, when I was a kid, the Poltergeist did that. Yeah. And I think in the movie, the little boy gets like an eye in the palm of his hand or something, or that's some other movie. But I was so freaked out about it, and I'd scratch my palm, and I'd get so scared I was going to get an eye in it. And that movie was a good movie. Yeah. Freaking Poltergeist. And with movies like, that is stitchy, The Conjuring and Insidious, like, those are good movies, but at the same time, it's like they're doing it a little bit over the top. And that's why I love them, too. Yeah. The really loud music, the overtly scary images, like, oh, a demon face right in front of you. It's just kind of ridiculous,
Yeah.
and that's why I enjoy them. And you're right, they're not really scary unless it's like loud music all of a sudden. Then you're gonna get a jump, obviously, because it's startling.
Mm.
But it's not like scary image or oh god, I'm scared. Yeah, but they're fun.
See, I was thinking, like the last time that I actually did see all the classics, Nightmare on Elm Street. That's been a while since I've seen that one, but I have this project in my head because I saw it somewhere on the internet and I thought it was just pure genius. But you know the toilet seat covers that you used to get? They were like a grandma thing. They were like I don't know if it was like in America or something, but they were really popular over here for a while. And housewives used to make them, but they'd like crochet these toilet roll covers.
Oh,
So you'd
okay.
have a toilet roll on the cistern. Yeah, and it'd have like a plastic doll in it, and it looked like it was wearing a dress.
It's really tall.
With the toilet roll. I saw one on the internet. I don't know how the hell I managed to come across it, but I have been obsessed with it ever since, and I have to make one, if solely for my own sanity and to scare the shit out of my mother. But a Freddy Krueger toilet roll cover.
That's so cute.
You get a Freddy Krueger action figure, and then you knit like the olive green and red. Like jumper thing and cover the toilet roll with it and stick him in the middle and he guards your toilet roll.
That's so beautiful.
That is my project. I need to make one.
I want to see this. I'm going to have to Google this afterwards. That sounds really
Yeah.
good.
It's all good. But I'm trying to think of the sort of horror films that I've seen. I think The Conjuring was the last one that I've, gone out of my way to see. Well, I say gone out of my way. I actually found it on a movie channel and I actually sat down and watched it.
Yeah, because we know that the last one we saw at the cinema was Magic Mike.
Yeah. Magic. How sad is that? And you were talking about Saw earlier on, weren't you? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I can't remember which was the last one I've seen. Which was the one that had Chester Bennington from Linkin Park superglued to a car seat?
I have not seen that, so I'm guessing 6 or 5. Wait, hold on. Okay, I saw the first one, and then I saw the second one, and I had already seen the third one, and then I never saw the fourth one and the fifth one. Okay, he doesn't come out on 1 through 5. So maybe 6, maybe there's a 7. I don't know how many there are. There's more than one.
There's bloody loads of them.
Wait,
what?
No, there's no one glued to anything, I think. I don't know. I've seen a lot of deaths recently, movie-wise, thankfully. I don't know. But as they progress, I get, like, cringier, and it's not like I'm scared of that. It's like, oh, don't do that. That must hurt. Ow. You know?
It's like stepping on a Lego brick, almost kind of cringy, isn't it?
Yeah, and watching somebody do that, and you just cringe because you know, even though you don't know in these situations, but still, you can imagine it.
Yeah. Stepping on a Lego. That's
So you were thinking about?
Yeah.
So
it does. It fucking hurts.
I've stepped on a belt buckle before too, and that wasn't great. And I've stepped on a nail. When I was a little kid, I jumped on it.
Oh, ow, 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 ow. Oh, it makes me want to wee. Oh. I'm trying to think of other horror films and stuff.
Oh, there's also the Jason franchise, Friday the 13th. There you go.
Yeah.
Finally calmed down with that.
It's been a while since I've seen any of those films. But then there was like crossovers and stuff of them as well, wasn't there?
Mm-hmm. The Freddy versus Jason.
Never really had an interest in the crossover films. No.
Don't. I watched.
Is that from experience? Terrible.
Oh, and then there's movies like wouldn't even know how to classify the movie Teeth. Have you seen it?
I haven't seen that one, no.
Do you know what it's about?
Hang on, is that the vagina with
Yes.
teeth? Yeah, I've heard about it. That's just, it's like gynecological horror. That's what we could call it. That's what we gynecological horror. Yeah. Yeah. They're not having that one. They'll have to pay me for that one.
Oh, and then there's what's that called? Human Centipede, and I feel like that's more disgusting and I want to burn my eyes out versus horror.
Yeah. That was. I'm trying to come up with a subgenre for this one. Gross out horror. Yeah, gynecological horror, gross out horror. But I don't know if you heard about it in the news over there, but this film has been pretty much banned everywhere. And when I say banned everywhere, every single country that has access to the internet, a fucking video shop, anything like that, this film just does not exist because everybody has just said it's so wrong. Nobody should be able to watch it. It was called a Serbian film, if I remember correctly.
Oh, I haven't seen the movie, but I heard about it, and I heard one of the aspects of it, and that just makes me cringe because I don't want to see that. Yeah.
No, it's like a melting pot of rape, snuff film, and just all these other disgusting acts that would land a person in prison if you actually did them. And it's all like raping men, raping women, raping children, killing them afters, making people watch and then kill them, this, that, and the other. And just reading the synopsis of it is enough to make you sick. And I don't even think that would be horror or thriller. It's just plain fucking wrong. And this guy made this film, and it had like one screening or something, and everybody just come out like, done, not happening. And it's been banned everywhere. You can't find it. And I'd really question someone's sanity if they actually wanted to watch this film, if they were on the hunt for it. No, just no. Not at all.
Yeah, it's, the whole children thing, that's what really, I can't do that. Like the whole adult type rape, we've seen that in movies countless times. Well, not countless, but we've seen that. But with children, it's just so wrong, and I just don't want that portrayed in anything. Because
It's a taboo subject, and rightly so. It should not be touched. I'm trying to think of that. Something else just popped into my head. The Hills Have Eyes. We'll get away from the gross one. The Hills Have Eyes. I remember seeing the original, but then there was the remake quite a little while ago.
Yeah.
That one prominently sticks in my head because that was kind of gross as well.
Oh, they did get all creepy and rapey too, didn't they? Well, the remake one in that little RV.
Yeah.
Or that oddly head-shaped one? Or was it the other one that looked like he drooled? Did one of them drool? Am I making these up? Am I getting my news confused?
But then there was another thing that was really, really gross in that, and that freaked me out. Was the whole titty sucking thing because the mother had a child. Do you remember that bit in it? No. Oh, that just like I saw that and I went, no, not happening. Fucking gross. No. Yeah, that was another one. There's just certain points in certain films that when you see them, there is not enough eye bleach in the world. You cannot unsee it, and it just puts you off. And that was one bit in the Hills Have Eyes remake, and it didn't. No. Eye bleach, not enough.
Huh, I must have erased it from my memory because I have no recollection of it. Well, I don't remember a lot of the movie.
Oh dear. I don't know.
Well, what
I
about
can't think of
horror
anything
games?
else. Oh, horror games. Now I prefer horror games to actual horror films. I mean, I grew up playing like the Resident Evil films and stuff, and pretty much you could put the Umbrella Corporation logo on a dog turd and I'd buy it. This is how obsessed I am with this series. And trying to think, Silent Hill. Silent Hill really did kind of creep me out. Horror games creep me out more than what films do for some reason. I don't know. What do you think about it?
Yeah, I agree. Well, wait, what? That video games creep you out more than horror movies, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I agree. That's why I wanted to make sure. Yeah, because I feel like you get more involved and it's more you're doing this. Because whenever I play
Yeah.
a game, I always take on the role of whoever I'm playing. Like with Dead Space, I was like, oh man, I was telling my mom about it. I was like, man, I gotta get my girlfriend a call. I don't know what's going on with her. I think she might be dead. Something's wrong. And with horror games, it's like these things are happening offhandedly to you. And it's just
Yeah.
terrifying. And if you're playing on PC, I think it's scarier because the screen's right in front of you. They're going to touch you in a scary way, not in an appropriate way. Maybe both, who knows.
Not in a creepy, rapey way.
Unless it's Outlast. They're very naked in that game. Did I show you that? I took a screenshot and I think I showed it to you. I showed it to somebody. And it was very green because of the night vision. But yeah, I think they're scarier too.
No, I agree with you. I mean, you do have that involvement, don't you? It's you that's controlling the character that's going around with the game. So there's like, oh, there's lots of bad things, and this is going to jump out at me, and oh, it's going to be so wrong, and oh, I'm going to shit myself. It is. It's that involvement. It just drags you in more, doesn't it? And it's like when we were both playing the Silent Hill PT demo. That was incredible. It was enthralling. It dragged you in, and then you were rewarded with this absolutely fabulous trailer at the end, and all up in arms about it. But the fact that it was so simple, and it didn't constantly try and throw scares at you either, because you get a lot of things that do. It's not even like a forewarning or anything. You just know when something's going to happen. You just know. For some reason, the PT demo, it just carried on. It's like I could have played that demo through umpteen times and I wouldn't have had that crazy bitch strangling me. I could have gone through the whole thing and not have her going like that at me. And then I play it one time, and within like 2 minutes, she's there up in my face. And I think that was the whole beauty of it. It was done really well, and I really can't wait for that game. Woo!
And I would rather have Lisa following me around than the stupid pink-eyed robots from Alien Isolation. Because at least
Oh
Lisa's
my
spontaneous, and the robots are so persistent and annoying. You're not supposed to be here. You're wasting my time. Get out of here, karate chop.
Well, the pink eye androids in Alien Isolation, I think they ruined that game, because, you know, like the title says, it's Alien Isolation. It's supposed to be about that friggin' alien. Meanwhile, you're stressing and bitching over these pink-eye bloody android things that are just ruining the game. They're making you angry, they're making you frustrated, they're not making you scared, they're just making you want to throw your controller at the damn TV because they're so bloody annoying. Fuck the alien. I'd rather be facing off against the alien than a troop of these bloody pink-eye android things. That ruined that game. I'm going to write a letter, I'm going to complain. That's what
Yeah, I agree. At this point, they should have just called it Average Joe Isolation. Because that's all it is.
Yeah. Totally. I don't know. Um, any more horror movies, horror games?
Well, I think the scariest
Can't
game
think
I've ever
at
played
all.
is Amnesia. That game scared me.
See, I
Well,
haven't
parts of it
played
at least.
Amnesia, but I've seen a lot of footage of it and I've heard a lot about it, and I probably would like to have a go playing it just to see what happens. Oh, and what about the likes of Slender as well?
Oh, I played it once. And then I died and I got so sad I didn't play it again. I'm really bad at finishing games. But it was fun and it's really creepy.
Yeah. Yeah, I like the idea of maybe dressing up as Slender Man or something because I mean, well, you know, I live in the middle of nowhere. I'm surrounded by trees. So what I was going to do on Halloween is like maybe just knock up a quick Slendy outfit and then draw all of the little mad pages and stuff and stick them up on random trees across the estate and just be a creeper and stand somewhere looking at someone. Because we had builders all over the place, and we've still got them there. And I'm thinking, oh my god, why could I was so busy, and it never happened. I had to go back to the dentist and stuff. I could have done it if I had an hour of time. I could have done it and scared a few people shitless. I would have been elated.
You should definitely do that next time because that'd be hilarious.
uh,
It
you're
doesn't
gonna
even
do
have to
that
be
next time.
Halloween time because then it'll be definitely
No.
like this person didn't just dress up. Yeah.
Oh, did you play? Did you play Outlast?
I played a little bit of it. I just can't stand games where I have to worry about the battery light and just
Yeah.
they're using the whole darkness thing to scare you instead of actually making the game itself what's scary. And it's just mainly
Yeah.
patients coming out at you naked trying to hug you. Yeah, I tried
They
playing
try
it.
to
It's
hug you.
hard. I'm hoping
Yeah.
they're trying to hug
I
you.
forget. I forget how far I got into Outlast, but that was. I won't say it was scary, but so it was tense, is what it was. It was tense. It wasn't
Yeah.
scary. It was tense, and there was the moments in it where I just thought, mm, and then I start getting wound up. I get wound up more than I get scared because I'm quite highly strung when it comes to things like that. So it didn't really scare me, but it did scare my ex-boyfriend. So it worked its magic on him, and I was quite pleased with that, like I mentioned before. So it was total mad ass. But anyway, I don't know. Um, I don't know. Do you think we're done our waffling on shit that isn't scary and shit that might actually be quite scary?
Yeah. And just on a little side note for Outlast, I feel like they cheated because they used a lot of his heavy breathing and heart racing sounds to kind of like fuck
Ah,
with you into making you feel that way too. So, cheaters. Okay, now I'm ready. It just bothered me because that'd be the parts that would freak me out. It would make me even more anxious to move along or go check out the
yeah,
part that's
like
making them react that way.
yeah, like the whole puffing and panting and like what the hell's going on here? Why is he doing that?
Like, calm down, man, calm down.
Take a
Okay.
chill pill.
Let's move on to slightly related news for our Mole Watch.
Well, watch.
You know what I just realized? We forgot to talk about The Walking Dead during our TV discussion.
Oh yeah, it's all right. We can talk. We can talk about it now because it's actually really quite relevant in the whole mole watch thing, isn't it? I
It
think
is.
so.
Well, the Mole Watch news we have is that Norman Reedus on Facebook, he not retweeted, shared a link saying that Silent Hills is going to get released in 2015 because of fan demand. So yay, fans can make things happen, and yay, we get it sooner, and yay, it's going to be scary.
Hey! He is actually the man. I'm growing a little bit more in love with him as the days go on. He just makes me laugh. But it was not the episode just gone, but wasn't it the week before? Right, the week before.
Yeah, spoiler alert again.
Because the week before, you find Daryl rustling around in the bushes outside of that church, and Rick goes out to check. And because didn't he go away with Carol to see if they could find Beth, because they found that car with a white cross on it driving away from them, which was odd. So obviously they must have gone out hunting for her, blah blah blah. Daryl comes back without Carol. He goes back into the bushes and is like, "Come on, you can come out now." And then the episode ends. So it's not Carol. Who the fuck is it? Who's in the bushes? So this is something that's definitely going to be watched on tomorrow's episode. But last week's episode, oh my god, that was brutal, because we did actually find out where Beth has been.
Yeah, and it's just really creepy. She wakes up in this hospital, and everything on the outside is still completely shitty looking. So obviously she's not gonna have some kind of hallucination or delusion that it was all just this crazy coma dream. And she picks up her IV and she's ready to attack. And this woman, this cop, it's like, put it away, put it back, put it down, whichever one she says. And she's in a hospital. And apparently they saved her from walkers, or whatever they call them. I forgot their term. And she has to stay and work to pay off her hospital bill. And
her rescue essentially, isn't it?
Which is stupid. And that creepy cop,
lollipop cop.
Very pervy. He we don't have to talk about him. Anyways, yeah, and word around the hospital is once you get saved and start working off your hospital bill, you never really leave. There's no working off your hospital bill. Do you want to take over, Georgie?
Yeah, like we're on about the lollipop cop, super creep, super sleazy, and the woman cop who was sort of like in charge in that, obviously letting her colleagues, if you want to say, take privileges with some of the, if you want to call them, patients and stuff, which, when I say privileges, you can pretty much understand what I mean by that. But the nice doctor guy who turned out to be possibly not so nice, but then you think, yeah, maybe he is nice, but not really. Something wrong about him.
Yeah.
Because he was the only doctor there, and he's pretty fine with when they do find people on the outside and bring them in for treatment. If they're too far gone, he'll just stab them in the head, because they don't want them coming back as walkers. But he'll patch them all up and everything if they're all right, and obviously they get put to work to essentially, like you said, Stacey, pay off their bill of being provided food and safety and treatment and what have you. We never really saw much of anything else. It was very, very Beth centered, this episode, and the actress who plays Beth, I think she carried it off really well. Everybody seemed a little bit dubious about if she could carry off a whole episode on her own, and I thought it actually really worked well. It was an enjoyable episode. Creepy cop eventually gets his comeuppance from this one woman who... Would you say that she maybe tried to escape or something? I mean, did they just find her outright? Because it almost seemed like they knew her, the woman whose arm they amputated off.
Yeah, I think she tried to escape because the cop mentioned that whatever her name was a fighter, and when he was going to try and take his privilege from Beth, that's her name. So I think, she tried to run off, just like the other doctor, the one that was apparently a lost cause on trying to help. Apparently he fell off the building or the rooftop or something, so maybe he was just trying to get out too, since the doctors are kind of being held against their will, more or less. Either that or they just don't want to leave because it's shit everywhere.
Yeah. But the girl who got her arm cut off, obviously, you know, she couldn't. Well, what we think, she couldn't escape, so she ended up being brought back. She had her arm amputated. Obviously, the only way to leave that place, if you want to say leave, was to kill herself, which she did. But not in the right way. She didn't shoot herself or stab herself in the head or anything, so she did eventually come back as a walker. Creepy guy starts having a bit of a grope on Beth, which was such a cringy moment. That guy was so wrong, and it's just like, get off her! What's wrong with you, guy? And he gets his comeuppance as well because he's in the fucking office where this bird wrongly killed herself, and then she has a bit of a snack on him. So Beth gets away because what is it? Earlier on in that episode, the doctor was telling Beth what to do with the other doctor guy who got brought in, and she inadvertently killed this doctor who was on the thing. But really it wasn't her fault because it was the doctor guy who patched her up who did it, because, I mean, he was the only doctor there. If there was another guy, that was competition for him. You know, they wouldn't all be paying more attention to him and keeping him safe if there was another guy there as well. So that's where the dirtiness of that guy come in. You know, he inadvertently got Beth to kill this other doctor because he was worried about his own skin, and that was ooh.
Yeah, and I felt bad for her. And then that other guy who's working for the bitch cop, who got because of it.
Yeah, he took the blame for it, didn't he? He accidentally tripped over one of his heart bleeping monitor things or whatever and started flatlining or whatever they call it. So he took the blame for it, got his ass kicked, but eventually he sort of starts bonding with Beth, and then they make that plan to escape. But what killed me is the fact that he had a really bad leg, didn't he? He managed to escape the place after they'd got down the elevator shaft, but Beth didn't. Beth got caught in the end, and she was so close. She was so damn close, but he got out, even with his shitty leg.
Yeah, well, she was kind of like, I'm assuming clearing a path for him or making sure that he got out because he did have that bum leg. And she was so happy that he got out, so that's good. And I think it's so funny they think that, what's her name, Beth is weak, because we've seen how she's kind of grown into this person who could actually handle herself kind of well, especially after hanging out with Mole Man. And then we see after they take her back in that they're wheeling in Carol, who her appearance, she's an older looking woman who's, I guess, average weight, you know, average height, graying hair, so obviously she can't handle herself. She's gonna tear shit.
Little do they know. Carol's turning into the badass of this series, and yeah, like you said, she got wheeled in at the end, and it was just one of those holy fuck balls moments. And Beth saw her being wheeled in, and we're just thinking, just keep your mouth shut, just shut up, Beth, don't fucking say you do not know who she is. So
yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, what did we discuss after we both watched the episode?
Oh, our different thoughts on Daryl coming in at the end of the other episode. Because you said it looked like he might be with the limpy guy that escaped, or you know, it possibly could be him.
Yeah, that's the theory that we come up with. He possibly come back with the limpy guy who managed to escape. Beth didn't. Or could Carol be sort of like a sleeper agent style type person who purposely got herself brought into this place because maybe, I don't know, Daryl and Carol come up with the limpy guy first. He told them where Beth was, and maybe they sent Carol in as a sort of sleeper agent who's going to wake up, play along with it for a little bit, and then completely go badass on everyone and tear that shit up. We don't know. It's so exciting.
Yeah, and it's so hard to tell because Daryl's expression in the end of that one episode, he looks so serious.
Yeah.
So you can't really read if he's in trouble or if it's okay or if someone has a gun like pointed at him at some distance or what's going on.
Yeah.
It's not.
It's so weird, but we don't have long to wait, do we? Because that episode's on tomorrow.
Or today? No, tomorrow. Oh, today isn't
Is it
Sunday.
tomorrow?
Ooh, I need to catch up on Doctor Who for today though. So yes.
Oh yeah, I saw that was on telly earlier on, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
finale.
Watch out. Oh, how many episodes has it been?
12?
12?
We just have to wait for
Oh.
Christmas.
I saw the last 5 minutes of the episode that was on because I was looking for something to put on the TV for my father to watch, and I just look at Peter Capaldi and instantly think he's just gonna come out with a slew of bad language.
Lookity bye. And I was like,
It's so funny. Oh dear. But yeah, not long for the next episode of The Walking Dead, and it's going to be awesome!
oh yeah. I wonder if they're gonna start it off where Carol and Daryl left off. I feel like they should.
Ooh.
They will. Just like chase
Good
them.
point.
Hong Kong.
Although maybe knowing the way that they ride it, they'll probably end up throwing that sort of mid-episode or something. Kind of like a flashback almost.
Mm-hmm. Either way, I'm very excited. Can't wait.
Can't wait. Oh yeah. But I think we'll move on to the next piece. It's only just a short one. You don't really want to know the whole technical thing behind it. It's just something that me and Stacey do. But we've got a little segment for you, which will come up every so often. And it'll just basically be a link to something completely ridiculous that we find funny. And we have something this week as well. We're going to put the link in the comments box below the video, so you're going to have to check it out. But all I need to say is some people have done a video that's a few minutes long, and you'll have to check it out, because if you're a fan of Assassin's Creed, you'll probably end up rolling around laughing your ass off like a complete maniac. Assassin's Creed, the musical. So the link to the video will be in the comments box, so please, if you've got a spare few minutes, just go and check it out, have a giggle, and be merry.
Yeah, and that will wrap us up for this week's episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Subscribe, like, comment, start a communication with us. We want to talk. Hi. We want
Yes,
to
please, everybody. We're friendly. We're really nice. Come and talk to us. We'll have a massive banter match with you. Please do.
Yeah, as soon as we figure out that somebody comments, though, because I hardly check that either. We'll check it more often.
Yeah, we will.
Okay, well, thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. I'm Stacey. Goodbye. Georgie.
Bye-bye from Ash Free.